It's kind of in that gray area where the tradition and the canon of storytelling meets the historical record. So it has a little bit of a feeling of one of these archetypical stories like Othello or Orpheus. It exists. It's a story that's been told a lot. That gives you a certain amount of freedom to not have to deal on details of what propels it forward because everyone knows the story already. But at the same time, it's also fascinating that we have all these primary sources and all these historical records where we can go in and kind of figure out actually what are the facts around these people and what created them.
They're layered with so much information and history and contemplation and movies and plays and musicals and books and books and books that they feel really heavy to me under that. And they're an idea of love, they're an idea of freedom, they're an idea of criminality, but mostly they're an idea, and they're an idea together.
One part of the process that's been incredibly useful in between first and second take is a series of 4 vocal workshops where we got to really dive into the material in depth with some of the singers and get a lot of feedback about some of the more technical details of, how are the voices being used and what is the best way to ask for a particular feeling or character.
With the vocal workshop, it was fascinating and really informative to feel other people engaging with and interpreting characters that I've had in my mind for a long time because of the way they're interacting with their vocal lines and thinking about their character, and it made me ask more questions about those characters. There are cases where I saw things that I hadn't seen before in those characters.
There's something about the fact that both in the historical record and in all the various tellings of the stories and in the way we think about them, they're just so much a unit that I made the choice to present them that way. So they're almost always a duo. Sometimes to the point where text that is clearly coming from one of them is actually said by both or sung by both. Space has been a really important concept for the opera from day one, even before any music was written. The idea that part of the tension and the drama is how things move around the space. So we had Bonnie and Clyde actually in the balcony behind the audience, but we realized that a lot of what we loved most in first take was what Bonnie and Clyde were doing, so it was important to bring them onto the stage. And then for second take, that effect is still there, but it's been replaced by a vocal quartet. Essentially a chorus, except it's only 4 singers, which are then spatialized. So there's always this effect in the work that, sure, maybe someone is singing a solo line, but it has the opportunity to be amplified and echoed by 4 other voices.
That's my favorite, is when Andrew looks through what I've done, he says, these 6 words. I'm like, oh, yeah, you picked really well. Because I've listened to those 6 words with your music for ages. I'm rambling. No, but I really like that. I really like